Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Scorpio, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be doing your reading with two decks today, which I just realized the boxes are on the floor. One moment. The first will be the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck, and your tarot reading with the Tarot of the Abyss. So let's get straight to it. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, overall, thank you, overall energy. Mercury, number 3, which corresponds to the Empress card in the Major Arcana of the Tarot. My favorite card in the Tarot deck, the Empress, the Master Attractor, the Divine Feminine, who has the power of all 4 queens. And what does that mean? It just means that she can use all of the resources at her disposal to make things happen. She's a mover and a shaker, but she doesn't have to exert too much energy, because simply by virtue of the fact that she knows her worth, she can attract things to her. With this card, though, Mercury is kind of the symbol of communication, and it harkens back to Gemini energy. And so I'm feeling like this kind of duality with this card. It's almost as if there's this human side of you, and then there's this energetic side that are wanting to kind of meet in the middle. Mercury as a chemical is highly toxic, if you didn't know. I mean, the things that we did when back in the 80s, I'm telling you, and it shows my age, but the 80s were just like the Wild West of a decade. And I remember they used to put mercury in, they used to have thermometers that had mercury inside of them that would gauge your temperature, and you put them under the tongue of a little kid and take their temperature if they had a fever. And like, I remember one of them broke once, and we were just like kind of playing with the bubbles of mercury on the tile. I mean, it's amazing that we got through the 80s. But anyway, Spirit is like really bringing that to my attention right now, that you almost need to be mindful about the power and potential of communication and miscommunication, right? That there's a potential for something to be, I don't want to say dangerous, I don't want to go to that extreme, but you know, things can be dangerous if they are taken the wrong way or taken in the wrong context. It's interesting too, Spirit just showed me or pointed out to me that it's like the pinky finger that is exuding all of this kind of energy. And when we think of the pinky finger, we think of, or this is what I think of, this is what Spirit's bringing to me, when you pinky swear, right? You're like, do you swear you're going to do this, this, and this? Pinky swear. And you put your pinky out, and another person puts their pinky out, and you swear. And so there could be some kind of promise that was made to you, or that you made to somebody, that somebody has to make good on it. We have to keep our promises because we pinky swore. So Spirit is really giving that to me. Or this expression, I have more power in my little pinky than they do in their entire empire, right? It's kind of when people are trying to fluff themselves up a little bit, they fluff up their ego. They'll say an expression like, I have more power in my pinky, because this finger seems to be the least offensive, I guess. I don't know, but Spirit wants me to really focus in on that for you. So something having to do with communication, miscommunication, the potential of it, the power of it, the power of promises. So let's see what Tarot has to say. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread. There is really no spread. There's no past, present, and future for these readings. I'm just going to read the messages as they come out. All right, and then I'll get clarifiers. 5 of Cups. See, I felt that there was some kind of, we need to keep our promises, potential of disappointment. 5 of Cups is emotional energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and it talks about needing a change of perspective on something that I don't actually feel like this is you per se. I feel like this is the dark cloud hanging over a situation that may involve you somehow. So I'm not saying that you're the one completely disappointed, nor are you the one that broke promises or caused disappointment, but that the situation itself is a disappointment. And so now we're just kind of having to regroup and see the lesson in this disappointment. You can see 3 cups of wine spilled on the ground, and this person not really taking stock of the fact that there's still 2 cups beside them that are full, that there's still gratefulness to be expressed, there's still abundance to be enjoyed. It's difficult when people kind of get into their feelings, all up in their feelings, I just heard, or in their heads about something. When disappointment sets in, no matter what it's about, it can be a really, really difficult thing to shake off. And Spirit is showing that to me right now. With the 4 of Swords in the reverse, you could be just not wanting to rest on your laurels anymore. The 4 of Swords talks about a time of recuperation, a time of regaining our strength, gathering fortifying ourselves. I see this wall here, and I see the swords and everything. I think of the word fortification, like the word fort. Steeling ourselves, making ourselves stronger in order to kind of continue on. It is a card of rest, but in the reverse, it kind of says to me, I'm no longer interested in just being quiet or just accepting the status quo or accepting what is. I'm trying to be bold about my next moves. And then with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, there could be slow going. The Knight of Pentacles brings in a very authentic message having to do with brand new opportunity. So if there was a disappointment over here, there is somebody that wants to propose a new tactic or a new a door opening or a possibility, a potentiality of something, but it's very, very slow going. So let's get some clarifiers. One for the 5 of Cups, please, Spirit, for Scorpio. What is this disappointment? What does it have to do with? Ace of Cups, a broken promise in love or friendship. Ace of Cups in the upright, brand new beginnings in love or friendship in the emotional space, something coming from Spirit that maybe fell a little short. So this is clarifying the 5 of Cups here. That feels, I don't like that. That feels, oh, that's weird. I'm hearing a John Cougar Mellencamp song. I think the song is called Hurt So Good. It hurts so good Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should, but it hurts so good. I hate that song. But Spirit is singing it to me, so that might be your favorite song, no offense. Or if it's a love situation or a relationship situation, sorry, I just realized that my camera open. It's crooked the whole time. This could be a situation where you were perhaps giving too much to someone. Perhaps you could have expressed a love scenario, or just like you wanted to be somebody's friend, you wanted to be a part of a friendship circle, and there was a little bit of rejection, or this could be their energy of you, maybe you rejected somebody, but it's just kind of giving and giving and giving until it hurts, and then you end up being disappointed in the end. We have to be mindful of that energy. You should never give to somebody until it hurts. What's the point of that? I've done that, and I look back on that now. It's just like, oh God, why did I ever put so much time, effort, and energy into somebody that just did not was not interested in reciprocating? Scorpios are so loving and so giving. They give their whole heart. So you gotta, Scorpios especially, I know a lot of Scorpios, and all the Scorpios I know have done this, all of them. Like, if you're watching, any of you friends, I love you very much, but this is true. And so we keep repeating the same cycles over and over and over again. Soon the Devil card is going to show up, and we're going to repeat it, and Spirit's going to give us that lesson until we learn it. So they're trying to show you right now that you don't need to continue to communicate something to somebody that doesn't deserve it. Broken promises. I keep hearing that, broken promises. But the Scorpios I also know can be really brutal. So, man, that song hurts so good. Maybe you should listen to it. Maybe there's another kind of message in that song. John Cougar Mellencamp, a song from the 80s. I'm going to pull one more card. See what Spirit wants to say to that one. One more, please, Spirit, for 5 of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse. 5 of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse. 3 of Wands. Yeah. Waiting, anticipating. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting for the right moment when there may never be a right moment. As Chris Reck likes to say on Minnow Pond Tarot. He loves to say that about this card. Waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. Waiting for our ships to come in. Waiting for that person to wake up and realize how wrong they were. I don't know why I'm feeling kind of spicy right now. I feel a little spicy. I feel like my voice is even louder, and my voice is, I know I need to get a microphone, but I just do what I do. But I feel very spicy in your reading right now, Scorpio. I have a little bit of attitude, a little bit of why? Because I think that you're on the receiving end of this disappointment. This is what I feel, and I don't like that for you, and I want you to kind of put an end to it and not wait for what, for who, for just keep moving with your life. Like you don't have to wait for anybody. You're fabulous all by yourself. This depiction is of a clipper ship. Classically slow. Clipper ship. Gonna be waiting a long time. 4 of Swords in reverse. Please, Spirit, 4 of Swords in reverse. A clarifier, thank you. Page of Swords in reverse. So 4 of Swords, okay. You know it. I mean, you know that you don't need to be waiting around anymore. So the first step is no longer showing any interest or curiosity in whomever, whatever that situation is. Page of Swords is all about kind of trying to find out more information. What else is going on? What's the news? And who said what to who? And it's like, you're just putting an end to all of that. You know what? I don't even care anymore. Is this the feeling that I get? I don't even care anymore. I'm going to just snap out of this phase that I've been in and not show any more curiosity, because you've got so much going for you. This is what I feel. There's so, you know why I feel that? You see these, I don't even know what these symbols are. Like, I have tattoos on my wrists, so I'm very drawn to this right now. They're very, very potent to me. I have tattoos on both of my wrists, and it's almost as if I give somebody a hug, or I shake their hand, or I offer them something, these particular tattoos I put on my wrist for a reason. So there's something here that feels, you know, whether or not you have tattoos doesn't matter, but it's more about extending our hand to somebody, and by extension of that metaphor, extending our love, extending our friendship, extending our services, whatever it is. When you extend your energy to somebody else, sorry, it's very dark all of a sudden, you're giving a piece of yourself to that person. And all of these kind of show me that you have a lot to give, right? I have so much in my pinky, right? You have so much to offer, so energetically, that it's more about, it's kind of like, especially with these swords energies, it's like a time for discernment. It's a time for picking and choosing very carefully how you're going to spend your time, what you're going to entertain. It's this idea that I'm no longer entertaining that person. I'm no longer interested in giving my energy to that person. So I'm feeling energy vampire. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Or some situation is like an energy vampire to you. It's just taxing. It's just so much of your waking hours are spent thinking about, or have been thinking about, this person, place, or thing, and just like enough is enough. I get a clarifier for the Page of Swords in reverse and the Four of Swords, please, Spirit. The Moon, yeah. There's still some things that remain unclear, and quite frankly, you don't need to know every single piece of that information. The Moon is Major Arcana, representing Pisces energy, and it talks about mysteries, illusion, and confusion. It's almost like if you remained in this curious energy to try and find out the meat and potatoes of something, what was going on, that ultimately caused the heart of this disappointment, you're just going to be left with more questions. There's very strong energy that I'm getting, that like, oh, Spirit just said abandoned ship. Abandoned ship. Sorry, I just have to take a moment with that one. Abandoned ship. Wow. When do we abandon ships? When ships are sinking. Is it a friendship? Is it a relationship? Is it a job situation? You have free will and do what you want to do. And I'm not telling anybody to abandon anything. I'm just telling you the message the Spirit just gave to me. You are responsible for your own actions. But Spirit just said that to me. Like, even if, okay, I'm getting a very specific scenario. Even if, like, let's say it's a job situation. Let's say you don't quit your job, but you're just not going to be a part of all of the office politics. Like maybe when you first got there, you felt the need or the pressure to be involved in office interpersonal dynamics. So instead of doing that, you're just going to leave at 5 o'clock and say, hi, hey, everybody, see you on Monday. And they're like, oh, so-and-so, you're not going to come and have a happy hour with us? No, I'm okay. Have fun, guys. Just get out of there. Just separation of work and free time, or separation between things. I recently just had this revelation. Try to say those two words at the same time. Just yesterday, that I have to back away from a friendship in like a real major way. That it is just that person, they're a good person, but they just turned into something I don't recognize anymore. And I just have to back away from it, right? Sometimes it happens. That's a part of growing up, is making these decisions and putting up boundaries for ourselves. And I see that there's some boundaries of communication, some boundaries of action that need to be taken, right? Because it can soon turn from something that can gauge the temperature to something that can be rather toxic if we touch it. Let's get a clarifier for the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. See, I hear the sirens coming. Emergency. 8 of Pentacles, work situation. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was picking up on it. 8 of Pentacles is the how we invest the majority of our time, effort, energy, resources. There's a diligence to this card that we've been trying to fortify ourselves and build the wall, right? Build the wall. This is a work situation, and you know, somebody might be trying to bring in a new situation for you. It's like you're here just like brick by brick by brick, and your like back is tired, you're exhausted from it, and you're just waiting for this Knight of Pentacles to come in and save you. Ten of Swords. Man, okay, so the thing about this deck, Tarot of the Abyss, there are a couple of depictions of the same card, in this case 10 of Swords, has two different depictions in this deck. One is more brutal than the other. This is the lesser of the two. This is not brutal at all. It's just coming face to face with the reality and the clarity and the wisdom of a situation. 10 of Swords can talk about heartache, disappointment, just being leveled. I asked for a clarifier on what I perceive and interpret as a work scenario. What if it's not like a place that you go and get paid, it's just a place where you are investing a lot of your time. It could be community outreach, it could be taking care of parents, it could be just following after all your friends, running errands for them. I don't know what it is. But there's a very important realization that Spirit wants you to make. The reality of that something that needs to come to an end. Whenever we get the 10s in the minor arcana, they go back to the ace. We move through this energy with wisdom, having learned a lesson, and then go back to the Ace of Swords where there's epiphany. It's like a eureka moment. Scorpio, this was not an easy reading. I'm going to read from the book about Mercury. It's not an easy reading, but I think that if this resonated with you, you knew immediately what I was the scenario I was talking about, like right from the start. You could feel it in your bones. You don't have to question it. That's the scenario. So I'm going to read from the book Mercury. Signals, messages, tricks. In the realm of Mercury, anything is possible. The energy is transfixing and seductive, just like the metal itself. Since this planet rules commerce and communication, it's likely there are deals, contracts, and calls being exchanged that will spin you into a whirl of mercurial wonder. Don't rush big decisions or get caught in the mesmerizing energy. Rather, pay particular attention to the precise words that are being spoken and written. There may be a trick underway, maybe not. No one is sure yet. It is, see, right? No one is sure. The moon card. Where was I? It is said that the energy of Mercury is found in the pinky finger and that its ally is the color green. Enjoy your time in this emerald hall of mirrors. Just don't sign your name on the dotted line until what is liquid becomes solid, until clear words are expressed by an honest tongue. Mercury reigns over all forms of communication. It is particularly potent. It is a particularly potent time for writing, learning, teaching. A pen is an excellent channel of Mercury's power. Mercury is related to the god Hermes, a psychopomp and messenger of the gods. Witty and quick, Hermes can be seen in all things winged and swift. So that's your reading, Scorpio. I feel very jazzed up, though. I feel really energized by that reading, and I hope that you do too. Energized from the fact that whatever your instincts were telling you about this situation, that they were right. You were right to have hesitation. You were right to wonder what was actually beneath the surface of all of this communication. So follow your instincts and do what is best for you. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Scorpio.